A lot of people think a lot of people move their leg to pop. Okay? For instance, this. They snap their knees. A lot of people teach to do that. But I think that's wrong because this is still a movement. This is not pop. Okay? Maybe it gives tension to the muscles in your legs, but it's still a movement. You're snapping your knees. This is bad for your knees. Okay? So I don't consider this as leg pop. And one other thing is, some people teach to do that. They move your knee a little bit to give tension to your leg muscles. But I think that's wrong too, because it's a movement. What you have to do is you give tension to your leg muscles. This is pure leg pop. That's what I think. Okay? So it doesn't have any movement like this. You're not snapping. If you're snapping your knees, what you have to do is you have to always in a position that you can snap your knees. Okay? You have to always be. You always have to straighten your legs to do the pop. I don't think that's a pop. If it's a pop, you should be able to do it in any position. Okay? You shouldn't have to strengthen straighten your leg all the time to do it. You can only do this in at least one leg straightening position. If it's not that position, you can't do this. So my opinion, my leg pop is you just give tension to the muscles in your legs. You can do it even if you're bending your knees, because it doesn't have nothing to do with giving movement. Do you understand? You can just do it while you're in knee bending position, in any position. Okay? And even if you're doing this, you don't have to move this. If you're just giving tension to the muscles of your legs, you don't have to do this. Do you understand? So, what I want to say is, if you're moving a certain part of your body to do the pop, that pop is not correct. So, and the second thing is, and how you do the leg pop is, you just give tension to the muscles in your knees, in your legs. Okay? If you don't do the leg pop, the effect of your pop is very different, because if you only do pop with your upper body, which is your arms, it's like this. This is the effect you get when you do pop only with your arms. But if you do pop with both arms and legs, it's different. Do you see the difference? That only arms is this. Nothing in lower body. But if you do the leg pop, your lower body is popping too. The overall effect is very different. Do you understand? And one other thing is chest pop. But this is actually moving your stomach. So to be precise, it should be called stomach pop. But a little movement has to be used to do this pop. Not to do this pop, but for this pop to have effect. Stomach pop is this. It's giving tension to your stomach. Okay? But it's you can feel it when you press your stomach like this. This is what it is, right? So I don't tend to use this pop every time I pop. I try to use my legs and arms every time I pop, but I don't try to use every time the stomach pop. But some people, very few people do. And you can see that they're doing it. And the effect is different from just doing only arm and leg pop. But I don't do it all the time. Okay? Just when I want to make an effect. And with this, you can combine the chest movement, which is this. Okay? Some people talk about chest pop, and how they do it is this. This is just movement. This is not pop. Okay? This is movement. The pure chest pop would be just stomach pop combined by a little movement of the chest. So it's different, right? Different from, this is not pop. A lot of people call this chest pop, but this is just movement. This is not called a pop because you're not giving tension to the muscle, but just moving your chest forward. That can't be called a pop. So, I think pop is the most important thing in popping, and how to do a very pure pop, correct pop is very difficult, okay? Because a lot of people combine movements to their pop, like moving their wrist, twisting their arms, or looking like this, or if it's leg, you snap your knees like this, okay? But I think these are not pop. Pop has to be done purely by the giving tension to your muscles. And there should be no moves to cause this pop. Okay? So that's important. And arm pop is very hard because 99.9 poppers bang their shoulders to do it. Even if they don't drop their shoulders, they still bang it. So this is bad because it hurts your shoulders, and the feeling of a pop you get is not the actual feeling of a pop, but a feeling of snapping the shoulders. So it can look hard, it can look very strong, but it's still not a proper pop. You understand? So I hope this helps how you pop. Right? See you next time.